Also, dark vision, so
Thumbs up.
I do have clarity.
I was just noticing Tanner's manicure.
Let's do it. We're ready.
Hello, everybody. I think I may have solved a problem. Maybe.
If
Hi.
you can hear my annoying
cool.
voice, speak now.
Awesome. I think we can be heard now, which is
Oh,
glorious.
but we can't see Amber again.
We'll get there.
Amber and Mike have both been frozen for me for several.
Yeah. We might have to.
It'll be
Yeah,
back.
I think I'm frozen here.
Amber
Great.
just
Yes.
very-
Apparently, Stream can hear us now, so we are getting there. So.
Yeah.
Hello, Stream. Thanks for bearing with us while we troubleshot that problem, because we're newbies and I have no idea what I'm doing. So, hi. I'm Jared. I will be the Dungeon Master for Nuuli Forged. Up over here we have Mike, who may appear frozen at the moment. But Mike, go ahead, give us a quick rundown.
But I'm not.
Go ahead, say hi.
So, my name is Mike. Hello, everybody. In this campaign, I'll be playing a Warforged Barbarian. Friends with Grrrig. Sorry, with a G. And I cannot roll the R's at
And you
all.
gotta growl.
So it would just be great.
Awesome. And Amber, whose video is giving us problems for some reason, but we'll figure that out as we go, maybe. So Amber, you can give a little shout out.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, I'm Amber, playing Grrrig. Friends with Defect. I'm a Goblin Artificer.
Awesome.
And I have bad internet, apparently.
Awesome. And down here we have Sarah. Go ahead, say hi.
Hey, I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Kaerlie, who is a half-elven druid who knows nothing about her elven heritage, but is out on an adventure.
Awesome. And then we have Tanner over here in this direction.
I am Tanner. I'm playing Aetis, a human ranger who's just trying to figure out what happened to the world.
Right. And then last but most certainly not least, over here we have Matt.
Yo, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Spoot. He's a Tortle Cleric, and he's setting out on his first major adventure here.
Fantastic.
Teaming up with our druid, actually.
Yes. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for bearing with us during the technical difficulties. So, let us begin. The world of Nuuli has a long and storied history, having been forged by the gods from the base elements in the Forge of Stars. Eons of creation, devotion, and ultimately destruction have made the world a place of humanoids, monsters, and magic. As we focus down through the cosmos to a spinning blue-green marble, down through clouds to a continent known as Johanna, we see the white wastes to the north, vast frozen expanses of ice and snow and wind. We follow the Divide River south, past the Verdentious Causeway and the Errant Wilds, slowly all the way down to Triangle Bay and the city of Mendarian. We see travelers on the road, and we follow them to a small town named Sewell. In this town, we come to a two-story house, set back from the main road with a little wall around it, and on the gate, a sign on the front that reads, Professor Theginald Harper. We move through the front door, and down a short hall into a room, a study lined with shelves, stuffed with books, scrolls, small statues, and other items. Behind the desk we see a middle-aged half-elf man with dark skin and white hair that grows in tufts from the side of his head, dressed in clothes that maybe used to fit but now are a little too big. And he's got very small pince-nez spectacles. He is talking to a red tiefling, fairly young, dressed in decent, well-fitting clothes, and another human-looking figure, which turns out to be Aetis. Aetis, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
Alright, Aetis is about 6 feet tall, human, just like normal complexion, brown eyes. He has heterochromatic, or brown hair, heterochromatic eyes, one gold, one purple, and they kind of like shimmer a bit. And then he has a fairly decent-sized mark going across his right cheek.
Very cool. The middle-aged half-elf looks up at you and says, "Well, Aetis, I appreciate you being willing to take on this venture. I am sure that the others will be here momentarily, and we will be able to begin this little adventure that you have agreed to embark on for us."
I guess. Where exactly were we going again?
Well, we'll get there. And at that moment, we hear a knock on the door. The tiefling departs the room and comes back with two figures. A very large, metal-looking man, humanoid in construction, and a small little goblin. Defect and Grrrig, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you look like?
Sure. So Defect, standing at almost 7 feet, is just a mesh of work of metal and dark wood, creating the armor on him. Certain seams along his body seems to look like as if it could open up. Clothing on him, he does have a hat that he wears.
Okay.
The best way to describe it is if you ever saw them, Firefly, a hat that Jane wears with like little flaps over the ears, but without the poof ball on the top. That's what he's wearing.
So a deerstalker sans poof ball. Very cool. And Grrrig?
Grrrig is they're standing up tall. They're a little tall for a goblin. Their skin is a little more rusty colored rather than the usual like bright green that you would expect, a little rusty gray. And they have a tool belt on and a bandolier of tools, and just every bit of their body is covered in little bit tools, and some of the tools are really old and rusty, and some of them are like a little bit worn down and chipped. And a pair of goggles on top of their head, and just looking around and kind of always making this face.
We can't see you, so we can't tell what that face
Is it a scowl?
The tiefling beckons you forth.
It's constant skepticism.
That is actually kind of what your video is frozen on, now that you say
Fair
that.
enough. Yeah, that's pretty good. The tiefling bows and enters you forth and says, "Professor, this is Defect and Grrrig. They are here to work with Aetis." "Oh, good. By all means, come in. This is Aetis. He will be leading your group once the other two get here. Aetis, this is obviously... Oh, you're a tall thing. Did you build this, little goblin? Grrrig, was it?" I'll take that nod as a yes. Well, tell me, Defect, do you speak? Apparently not.
I speak.
Oh, you do?
I do. I'm sorry. Maybe there's something wrong with the audio. I speak.
Wonderful. I am fascinated to learn more about you. But I suppose we should wait for the others before we get started, which there is another knock at the door. The tiefling leaves once again, coming back with a half-elven woman and a fairly large turtle man. The tiefling bows once again. Professor, this is Kaerlie and Spoot.
Mm-hmm.
They have been sent from Mendarian as well. Ah, good. Come on in. Well done. Well, you're a very interesting-looking crew, aren't you?
Mm.
Well,
You chose us, didn't you?
well, to a degree. I suppose I should start with the basics. You see, your various exploits have brought you to the attention of my organization, the Seekers, and we believe you all to be capable individuals and can help us recover a certain item. A colleague of mine in Red Sand has asked for aid in recovering said item that was being transported to him. We call it the Worm's Beacon. It is a small green-colored stone statue in the shape of an ovoid. We don't know too much about it, but Polyphore over there believes it may reveal some information about the early years following the breaking in some sort of fashion. Sadly, apparently it has been stolen by a gang of kobolds during transport. We have been able to find out where the ambush took place and have marked it on a map for you, and he hands you a map, Aetis.
What's a kobold?
They're annoying little lizardy, dragony little people. They're dangerous in large numbers, but hopefully there's not too many of them.
The races of your era are so strange. As Aetis looked
Era?
at both Spoot and Defect.
Well, you know, we don't know how long everyone's been around, but I'm sure you will learn a lot, Aetis. Anyway, one of our agents, a half-orc named Yep, has been working on tracking so as to not lose the trail. And he will meet you at this spot in about 3 days, which should give you plenty of time to get there. You should be able to do so without too much issue, as the road is generally safe. The kobold raid was unusual, to be very honest. We don't know what prompted them to do such a thing. Anyways, I ask that you will retrieve the beacon and return it to Polyphore at Sand Dune Expeditions in Red Sand. And you will be paid 20 gold each. And just so you know, Yep isn't too much of a talker, but he is good at his job. And he should be able to point you in the right direction.
Sounds good to me. Are we headed out now?
I think that would be best, unless you have something any of you need to do beforehand. Excellent.
I guess not. I don't know. Why does he get the map?
Well, Aetis has been working with us for about a year or so, and will be leading the way. But I'm sure you all have excellent, useful skills on this endeavor.
Well, I might go pick up a couple of more arrows before we head out then.
Oh, sure. By all means, stock up on whatever you need. But thank you. Thank you for your help in this. I appreciate it.
Well,
farewell. And the tiefling shows you all out. And it is now up to you to go off and adventure and find whatever this worm's beacon is.
Can I buy a pack of arrows before we head out?
You absolutely can buy a pack of arrows before you head out.
How much would a stack of 20 be?
You can get a stack of arrows for 1 gold piece. You can get 20. Does anyone else have anything they would wish to buy beforehand?
I've got most of everything I need on the back of my shell here. I think I'm ready.
That's cool.
Excellent.
How do you rig that up?
Lots of twine and string and pretty much other little bits that I find.
Ah. Nice.
It's pretty organic.
Very cool.
Well, shall we all head out?
Sure, where does the map say we have to go?
The map points towards the southern road that kind of skirts along the southern edge of the withered pines.
That way.
Toward the arid wastes and scorched ruins?
Sort of, yeah. It does curve back over towards red sand, but, you know.
Well, I guess there's no time like the present.
Great. So you all set yourselves out and head away. Fantastic. The first few days goes by without any sort of issue. On the third day, Aetis, go ahead and make a survival check to find the exact location that is on the map in the real world. Yeah, totally. You find it and lead the crew there without any problem. And when you get there, you find a surly-looking half-orc in a green and black cloak, kind of leaning against a tree, looking expectantly in your direction.
Hi.
What do you want?
He just kind of nods.
Aetis just looks down at Grrrig. Tactful little thing, aren't you?
No?
Exactly. Well, we were sent here by Mr. Harper. Do you know which way the kobolds went?
Yep.
Which way?
You gonna tell us?
Yep. And he kind of nods his head and starts walking it off towards the south of the road.
I'm gonna follow.
I guess we're supposed to follow that guy.
Yep.
Chatty, huh?
Character.
What do you think, Defect?
I feel I speak more than him.
Right? It's weird.
I like them.
All right. He walks away. You all eventually catch up with him. Aetis, he begins to point out certain tracks and trails for you that seem to be many three-toed small feet, kind of all stamped together. And he kind of points off in a direction and holds up one solitary finger.
Okay, what are you... This way? Or is it that way with all the other tracks?
He points in the direction of the track and just kind of once again is like, "Urgh."
Alright. You said this is...
So there's one of them?
It's going into a forest?
Now, he said there's a whole bunch of kobold tracks.
Yeah, it's a... it is a forest, but the forest is not lush and lively. It's a lot of very thin trees and low scrub, and it's more yellow than green. It's a lot of like sand in the soil. It's not very welcoming as you would consider a forest to be from your youth.
Okay, but would it still work with my favored terrain?
Yeah, it counts as a forest.
Okay. So I'm just going to go to the tracks and spend a minute or two and just start trying to find the exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through this area.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a survival check. Ooh, okay, yeah.
Well-
You figure there's about, at least 10 of these things.
This is
That's a
gonna
lot of kobolds.
be a mess. Yeah, there's about.
Yeah, we could take them.
Yeah, but he said they're not fun in numbers, so you should be careful.
Yeah, I wouldn't underestimate them when you have a lot of them.
Pat. Defect's got it.
Well, let's see what this thing can do then.
Take out my battle axe. Mm-hmm.
And to
All
take out my quarterstaff and invoke my cantrip for the shillelagh.
Okay. You now have a magical stick.
right. Like to press ahead and track down these kobolds.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. So you begin following the trail. Go ahead, give me another. Well, no, you rolled high enough. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. You follow the trail without too much of a problem. Easily bypassing a couple of dangerous looking creatures, actually. And towards the end of the day, you come across a cliff at the edge of the dry, withered pines. It's kind of a barren bit of field in front of it, some scrub brush, a few rocks. But you can see that there are trees that have been uprooted and turned into a small little wall around a portion of the cliff. And go ahead, give me a perception check, Aetis, as well. So about the top of a 10-foot, 15-foot tall tower that has a little roof on it, you can see two weird little dragon-y looking people. They look like lizards or something. Kind of looking
uprooted.
about. Sorry?
You said this is by the uprooted trees?
Yeah, so the trees have been put on their end and fashioned into a wall.
Okay.
Much akin to a typical fort.
This is not what I expected from little lizard men.
What? Just because they're little and lizards, you think they're stupid?
Oh,
So it's a pretty clear open area, and you've all got some... there's a few trees and some rocks and some scrub that you can maybe try to hide behind.
well, do you guys want this the sneaky way, or...
I'm not much for sneaking.
Why hide when you can fight?
I might be able to speak to them if we're thinking that negotiation is involved.
I mean, they've built a fort. They're not. It's not like they're going to be fooled by us sneaking up on them.
You'd have to search for a way to get in. They're pretty crafty. And the entrance you're looking for is probably going to be made for smaller people. And as I say that, I kind of look over at the goblin.
What?
Aetis, you do notice that there are cart tracks leading to a large door.
So much for the door part.
Well, I'm not always right.
What is this thing we're
Wow.
looking for?
Whatever, I don't know, would supposed to look like, but it was something like a worm beacon.
It was oval shaped, but I was thinking it was this big, and now it's starting to sound like it's yay big.
Yeah, we didn't ask how big it was.
No, you did not.
Well,
Well,
hopefully they still have the cart. And at least we have this guy to pull the cart. And I poke Defect.
hey, no poking.
I poke him again.
I swat your hand.
And I glare at you.
His eyes turn red.
Terminate.
Kill mode activated.
Oh no.
No dark vision, but he does have ray eyes.
He does. He does.
His eyes shoot scorching rays.
Told ya.
Mhm.
Well, shall we try to sneak in, or are we going through the front door?
I like the direct route myself.
Let's do it.
I mean, I could sneak, but
I mean,
none of you could probably.
So you do see that these two guys are just standing at the top of their little sheltered. It's more of a platform than really a guard tower. Doesn't look particularly well made.
Do you want me to try to go up and speak to him? Maybe we can...
Well, how are you so sure you share the same language?
I just have a notion.
Well, if you want to
Sure.
go the diplomatic way, I suppose.
Jared, the cart tracks you said they go into a big gate. Does it look like it is a major road, like they've made it a thing, or it's just tracks?
It's just ruts in soil. Like they probably took the cart that they stole and just wheeled the whole thing into it.
Hmm.
It's not exactly a hidden trail, so
Right. Right. But it's not exactly a major thoroughfare either.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, they definitely like pulled this thing through the woods. Aetis has been following the trail fairly easily.
Fair enough. I'm going to just take a couple of steps towards them, where I'm in sort of earshot, and I'm going to speak to them.
Where is
and-
everybody else going to be at this moment?
I'm going to kind of sneak off and get out of sight.
Okay.
I will stand in the middle of the path with Defect.
So who's visible? Is
Same,
it just
yes.
me and Defect and Grrrig?
Kaerlie, where would you like to be?
I think perhaps not sneak off, but perhaps step behind tree or a bit of.
Okay, cool. So Spoot, you approach these things. You get about 25 feet away. And
Roll initiative.
they see you. Remind me what language what languages you speak?
Do you want me to, I'm gonna attempt to speak to them in Draconic.
Okay, great. Then you definitely understand when they're like, "Hey, who are you? What do you want, you turtle?"
I'm a turtle, actually,
Whatever.
and we're out here taking in the wonderful sights of nature, and we're wondering if we can pass through this way. I see that you've got a little path here through that big gate there, and we're very curious what's on the other side. We're only passing through. Might you grant us entry?
You're not coming in our cave. Find your own cave. Get out of here. Or
Well,
we'll get you.
Yeah?
We'll get you.
Well, I don't reckon I want to be got by anything. And I really don't want to have to come in there and get you either. I think the easiest way to do this is just open the gate up and let us take a look at this cave you've got, and then we'll be on our way.
Nah, it's Kobold Cave, not Turtle Cave.
It's Tortle.
Whatever.
Well, do you mind if we have a look around? We won't come in the cave. We'll just stay out on this side of the wall, you know?
This kobold stuff. You keep away from kobold stuff. Go back.
Well, I can't make any promises that we'll go back. But, I guess if you take offense to that, you'll have to come out here and escort us off yourself.
No, we don't. And they each start swinging these slings that they have. They're like just little leather thongs, but they each pull out a little pebble and throw it up, and they each chuck it at you.
Well, that's not very nice.
The first one is a 9 to hit.
No.
The next one is a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Jeez.
All right.
Remember to select your tokens.
Ugh.
Ow.
Terrible. Only an 11?
No, well, it's better than mine.
Oh, God.
Better than most of them.
Apparently they stunned me pretty bad with that rock.
Well, I mean, you are a turtle. It's not like you're super fast to begin with.
I do not move quickly.
Very cool.
Well, I say, that wasn't very nice.
Do I need to give you Longstrider?
I don't know what that is, but you might.
Well, with that,
Movement.
we are going to get into some combat here.
Combat music.
Yeah.
Grrrig starts growling.
Is that different than normal?
Yes.
I'm gonna point at Defect and say, I think we're gonna have to send in this guy now. You kind of messed up your welcome there.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So here we go. Go ahead. The first person to do anything is Aetis.
Oh, look at them sun rays.
Oh, Tanner, you're muted.
Right. Where they flung the pebbles from?
Yep. So if you take a look over here, you can see, if you stick your head out, they are on top of this platform. And
Clear shot?
I'm sorry?
Do I have a clear shot?
Yeah, you do. It's just kind of a platform. There's not really like walls or anything for them to hide behind. It's very shoddy construction.
Okay.
It's about 15 feet high, and there's just a thatched roof over it, and it's pretty open.
Alright, so I will Hunter's Mark. This one? Why isn't my ping working? That one.
Okay.
Or a 9.
A 9 will not hit. It dodges out of the way.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Defect, it is now your turn.
Yes. So you say they're 15 feet up,
Yes.
and what they're standing on is a poorly made, put together tower.
Yes, it is behind, the tower is behind their wall, but
Oh, okay.
you can see here there's about a 10-foot tall wall of tree trunks that has been lashed together to make a wall.
Yeah, because I was going to suggest knocking down the tower, but to get through the wall first.
You can try.
Yep. So, but I think actually to get there, let's see. 20. Alright, having a little problems here. 30. 30. And then I'll use, I guess, an action to move the rest of the way up to the tower.
Okay, so you go rushing up to the front of the wall
Yep,
with your turn.
but that's my turn, yes.
Alright, next up are the kobolds. The kobolds see the big thing running towards them, and they're each going to try to hit you with their sling.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the second one is a 10 to hit.
And that misses.
Yeah. Grrrig. These things are pelting your friend with rocks.
Firebolt! Oh, that was terrible. And that one. Total of
Ooh.
6.
Yeah, so you cast the firebolt, but you release it way too soon because you're really excited about it.
Oh,
And it kind of sparks in your hand, and you take 1 point of fire damage on yourself as your magic backfires on you.
Oh, snap. So sad.
Do you want to move or anything? Because you're right out in the open.
Yeah, I'm gonna scamper over yonder and do my bonus action as being tiny and hide.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, make a stealth check.
Yep. Rolling. It's only a 10.
Okay, great. So you think you're hiding.
Yeah.
Kaerlie, what would you like to do?
Is that firebolt still burning somewhere, or is that just...
No, it was just a quick little spark that burned Grigg's own hand a little bit.
Him, them, whatever they're...
They are they, yes.
They, sorry. Yeah.
You are currently behind this tree.
I'm currently behind this tree, which is why I have such a great big cone of me.
Correct.
So I can't see a damn thing.
Gotta love the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, I think I'm going to poke out from it. Hey, look! If I poke my head out from behind the tree, I can see shit.
Yeah, you can. Look at that. Boom. There it is. Now you see stuff.
I have nothing like a distance weapon on me. I have only beating things, which is not going to help me very much. I think I'm going to come up on this wall, and attempt to. It's only 10 feet high, right?
The wall is 10 feet high, and the tower is 15 feet tall.
I'm gonna try to climb over this wall with some rope.
Okay.
I'm carrying some rope.
Sure.
And it's only 10 feet high. I'm gonna make an attempt to climb over the wall.
Okay, cool. So you run up to the wall. It's going to take your full movement
to get there,
and your action to get there. So you can get up to the wall, and you can be ready to throw the rope up on your next turn.
Okay.
And that brings us to Spoot, the attempted diplomat of the party.
Rubbing my head.
Duck.
Alright. I'm going to walk toward the wall. Very slowly and deliberately. Pretty much taking my time.
I'm imagining the turtle.
Like epic music as you go dun dun dun.
It's like a tuba's playing in the background. I get to here. I'm going to square up with kobolds.
Yeah.
And let's see, I moved 15 feet to do that. I'm going to look at this guy. Let me get my spell ready. This guy here. And I'm going to attempt to cast Command on him.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a lot of text.
Yeah.
Don't read all that. I'll summarize.
So he makes a wisdom saving throw. What is your spell DC?
Let me double check. I thought I had that memorized, but it's in a different. Where is it on this actually? I've been using the Roll20.
So if you
there it
click
is,
to
14.
spells. Okay, he rolls a 5, so he fails.
The one word that I choose is jump.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
I realize it's
Cool.
only one word, so I mean, you
Yeah.
might interpret that differently.
Yeah, so on his turn, he will jump. I am going to say he's got some command running through his little brain.
I'm gonna shout out to Defect up there. I'm gonna say, try to shake that tower if you can.
Okay. All right, that brings us back up to the top of the round with Aetis.
I would like to attempt to shoot the one-eye hunters marked again.
Yeah, go for it.
Digital dice, they're so mean.
Hey, that definitely hits.
There you go.
Woohoo!
Go ahead, roll your damage.
So that's 10 piercing plus.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, ignore that.
So it's 10. So it's 12 points of damage. So what does it look like when you shoot this kobold dead?
Is there a wall behind the tower, or is it just completely unwalled?
It's an unwalled platform. It's not like safety was not their primary concern in constructing this tower.
So the arrow just like sticks into him and just like pulls him off the tower and he just falls.
Okay, yeah, he just goes falls behind the wall. Defect, it is your turn.
I attack the wall in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
I have one initiative.
Okay, yeah. You smash through, like, the tree. Like, you break through the cords. There's a big honking scar out of this wall now.
Enough for me to reach the tower on my next turn, or no?
Yeah, I would say sure. Based on the construction of this thing, you can get one of your big old hands in there. Essentially, you've chopped out a chunk of the wall like that big. So, like, you could reach an arm through and maybe grab the tower.
Just shake it down a little.
But based on with your strength, you may also just be able to rip the wall apart a little bit. So, who knows?
All right. We'll find out next turn.
Yeah. Next, we go to the kobold. The kobold spends his turn jumping up and down on this platform. The platform shakes like all get out. So he's going to make a dexterity check to see if he manages to not fall off the tower, which he does. He manages to stay on the tower despite that it is jumping and winning. So that's what he does on his turn. Grrrig, it is your turn.
All right. Grrrig is going to pop their head right out again and do another little fire bolt at that remaining one. Yes. There you go, 14.
A 14 will hit. Go ahead, roll your damage.
5.
Okay. 5 points of fire damage as this little ball of fire. What does your firebolt look like, by the way, now that it's actually worked?
Oh, it probably just looks as pathetic as the first one, but it somehow does damage. And it'll be me, like, whipping out this tiny little hammer that, like, has nicks and edges and barely holds together and just going, "Kah!" When out comes fire.
So this little goblin, like, waves a hammer in the air, screaming and growling, and goes to throw the hammer, except this little spark of fire, like, shoots off the head of the hammer, landing right in the face of the kobold and kind of going, "Psh-wah!"
Yep.
Kaerlie. Anything else?
And then, yeah, I'm gonna move up, actually near the wall.
Okay.
And just hang out over there and kind of be keeping an eye out for whatever might be in the path.
Okay, very cool. Kaerlie, it is your turn.
I'm going to continue with my plan to climb over the wall.
Okay.
Since...
Go ahead and make a dexterity check to see how well you can climb over the wall. All right, cool. Yeah, so you begin climbing the wall, and you get up and over the wall, and you're 5 feet on the other side now.
Oh, hey, look at that!
Yeah, so you're still 5 feet up in the air, but if you use more of your movement, you can get all the way to the ground.
Yeah, I think being on the ground is definitely going to be advantageous here.
Cool. So yeah, so you can get about there, but that uses your movement and your action to do the climb up and over and down and get there.
All right.
But you made it in.
Woohoo!
Cool. And Spoot, the mighty Spoot.
That name just begs for a Scottish accent, but I couldn't do it, so sorry.
It's your name.
I have too many Scottish friends. They would skewer me.
Good to know.
All right, so we have a 1 remaining kobold here. Yeah.
We do. That you made do jumping jacks on top of a tower.
I'm gonna just call up to him. Yeah. I'm gonna call up to him real quick and say, you know, it's not too late to just come down here and open the door. Your option.
Okay, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Hey, that's not terrible. Considering that I have a terrible persuasion.
Yeah, but the 12. Okay. Yeah. He kind of looks down at you and kind of snarls in Draconic. He's like, "You killed my buddy! My buddy, brah!"
I don't believe that was me, but okay, here we go.
Aetis, it is your turn.
Since I don't understand what the turtle is saying to the goblin, I'm going to go 30 feet up. I use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to this other kobold.
Yep.
And shoot him.
Yes, a 22 will definitely hit him. Thanks, Asdifo2 for the follow. Go ahead, roll your damage.
I need to reload just because it's like, it has my damage from my last attack still just sitting there, so it's blocking me from clicking, so...
Was it a good damage?
There we go.
That's better.
Nice. So for 13 points of damage, you skewer this kobold right through the chest, and much like the previous fellow, he goes flying off the edge. Kaerlie, you see this kobold fall off the edge.
So now I have 2 dead kobolds
lifeless on the ground.
with me.
Correct.
And it's looking pretty empty otherwise.
Well,
yeah, so we can drop out of initiative at this point.
I tried to warn him.
Yeah. So well done. You have indeed smashed your way, climbed over the wall, smashed a hole in it, killed 2 little lookout kobolds who were just doing their thing.
Can I open the gate now for everybody else?
Yeah. It's just got a little. It's like one of those bars, like on the back. It's like very, very
Is
primitive.
Is it that thing right there?
Yeah. So it's right here. You can go ahead and remove that. Let me remove the door.
Kaerlie, do the thing!
Do the thing, Julie. So you have opened the door now.
Hey, welcome into this into the cave.
Yeah.
We've got some skewered kobolds here, and something that looks like it's in a crate.
Yeah. So upon entering, you see inside this 20 by 30 foot area here, there is indeed a shoddy cart and a few crates of stolen supplies, maybe. Do you want to look through them?
You see
Oh yeah,
Aetis
Sure, let's open these things up.
looking
Alright.
I want all the things.
All right, so you go through them. It seems that most of anything that was edible is either eaten or gone, but there are a few things left here. There is a bag of ball bearings. There are 10 pythons, 2 hooded lanterns. There's a tinderbox. There are 3 blank books that have no writing in them whatsoever. And there is another book that does have strange writing in it.
What kind of a
Yoink.
I would like.
kind of strange writing?
Kaerlie, go ahead and make an intelligence check. And Grrrig, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I want all the things.
When you say yoink, what are you yoinking?
Ugh, that one.
of holding.
So, Grrrig, you
I
go,
I
you go
figured I'm
to
the one who
yoink.
went right to the things and was digging through.
Yeah, you go to yoink the book and end up overextending yourself and falling face first into the cart. And you're like,
Can I sort of
so,
like?
Kaerlie, you look at the writing in this book and you're like, this makes no sense in any language whatsoever
Damn.
that you know about. But it does have like a similar pattern to various like rituals that you knew growing up.
Can I take a look at those books?
The one with the writing or the 3 empty ones?
I'll start with the one with the writing,
Sure,
if I may.
go for it.
Do I recognize the language?
You do not, but go ahead, make an intelligence check. Oh, knowledge cleric.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Grrrig is over there jumping around, being like, "Here, let me look at it. I'm not. You did. Come on."
You would
Yeah,
think
you
I
fell on your
would.
face once.
You think I would do a little better than that?
Yeah, Spoot, you don't know what this Jim Jam's all about.
Give it to me. Come on.
Well,
Just give
there's
it.
still room to grow. Listen, little guy, if you take...
Grrrig is like bouncing up and down in front of you, like being like, "Give me the book."
Listen, I have no problem giving you this to look at, but don't just keep it, okay? I'm very interested in what knowledge may be in this book. Now, if you want to read it...
Well, if you can't read it, then what knowledge are you gonna get? Give it to me. Let me
Okay, here.
see.
All right, Grrrig, go ahead. Looking at the book, make
Oops,
an
wrong one.
Arcana check.
Okay.
Arcana check. Okay. Oh, that's only an 8.
Wow.
Wow, you're rolling well tonight. So,
I'm rolling super well. It's great. So great.
so Grrrig, looking through this book, it's definitely got magic in it, but it's a little hard to make out. But there's magic in this there
Huh?
book.
Definitely magic. All right.
What are you all looking at? What's so interesting about this book?
It's a book. It's got some writing in it that nobody could figure out. It's definitely magic, though. I figured something out.
That's good, that's good. Why don't you hang on to it for now, and we'll see if we can read some more later when we have time to focus on it. What's in these other books here?
They are
Ah, they're
empty.
blank.
They're empty. Well, this looks like a great journal starter, so I'm going to just grab one of these, if that's okay, and pick one up.
Do you guys mind if I look?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, here, Chuck. I chuck it at him.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I catch it.
So if anyone wants to have an empty book, you can now have an
Sure,
empty
why
book.
not? I've got some ink. I might as well take some.
Have an empty book.
An empty book.
Can I?
I'm gonna keep these ball bearings.
Do I recognize what's in the book?
Make an intelligence check. Are you trained in Arcana?
Nope.
Then just straight intelligence.
Okay. There wouldn't be primordial or sylvan in the book, correct?
That's what the intelligence check will let you know.
I'm trying to roll from
What have I just done?
beyond.
Okay. So with a 15, Aetis, you can definitely tell that these are books. This book has magic spells written in it on a few of the pages. You can't really read them or you don't know what they do because it's just arcane symbols and patterns and code, but you're pretty sure they're magic.
Yeah, it's a spell book.
It's a ritual book.
Yeah, I just can't decipher any of it, and magic's not really my strong suit. I'm just gonna chuck it back at the goblin.
Yoink.
So,
Got it.
Grrrig, mark down in your inventory that you have a spell book from a goblin or a kobold camp.
All right. Just in case. Magic kobolds.
Yeah.
I wonder how they came across this. They're not very magical.
It might have just been traveling this.
Anything can learn magic. Come on, it just takes work. Fine. Shut up.
Kobolds have to be magic. They're like not really alive.
Wow. Okay. I mean, these two are not. That's true.
I phrased that poorly.
All you big people think you're so smart. Only big people can do magic. Well, guess what? Wrong.
Yeah, you want to light yourself on fire again?
Do you look at me, Grrrig? I cannot do magic. And oil tear just runs down his one eye.
Oily.
Wah wah. Sad Iron Man thing.
Chin up, Defect. You're basically magic.
There you go.
Alright, so we've been through the crates. Is that a cave mouth that we're looking at?
It does indeed appear to be a cave mouth right here. It is small. Anyone who is a medium-sized creature would have to crawl through the cave. But a small-sized creature could fit through there, no problemo.
A small creature, do you see in
What?
the dark?
What? Quit looking at. Why are you all looking at me?
What was that speech you just had about small people?
You're the only
This is not the only thing I'm good for.
I don't crawl. Look at me.
Eh,
You actually do
Grrrig
kind of
gives
look like
a-
you might crawl.
yeah, you're right. Alright, I guess then Grrrig will climb in there, doing it slow and careful.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So go ahead, set yourselves up in a marching order for me.
I'll go behind Grrrig, as it is my duty to protect her.
I'll go behind Iron Man.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll go behind the ranger.
Apparently
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
picking up the
pass.
rear.
Okay.
Aetis.
So you begin crawling, and it becomes very tight very quickly.
How
Yeah,
tight?
it's a little uncomfortable. After about 20 minutes or so, it starts to widen up a little bit. And, Grrrig, you can see out in front of you, because of your dark vision, that there is an opening about 30 feet up. Who else has dark vision? Aetis has dark vision, and Kaerlie?
Yep.
Cool. Those who are without dark vision, are you just crawling, or is someone casting light?
I will cast light, and once I get over in the dark
Woohoo!
here.
You got to cast the light.
Yeah, here you go. Wait, I'll do it. I'll do it proper. Is he gonna let me do it? Yeah.
What are you casting light on?
Spoot.
Okay. So just
So now you glow in the dark.
so you just have a little bit of a
My
light
shield.
thing.
I'll put it on my shield.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Since we didn't get to describe our appearance and description earlier.
Yeah. Apparently you and I are just unremarkable.
Enigmas.
Nice.
What?
Well, you know, Defect and I are really cool looking,
Tortle and some dirty, grubby person.
Yeah. So with this light, you can definitely all see pretty well. It eventually opens up into a larger cave. Go ahead, everybody, make a perception check for me, real quick.
A
Okay.
4.
Way to
Okay.
go, Grrrig.
This is just great. I'm so
That's
happy.
It'll come
Whoa.
out there. Wow, look at you.
There we go.
This no longer counts as your favorite terrain because it's now in a cave.
Well,
But you still crit,
Aw.
so.
But you still crit.
Still, yeah.
You
Still
can
an
see through
20.
the cave, and you can see a forest behind it.
You feel as though you are but a strange drawing crawling through a series of tubes and wires. It's weird.
see Aetis
Very cool.
for a moment as he has like.
It's just in a ball, like.
You
What
have one of those moments of cultural zeitgeist, and you're like,
Nothing
What am
makes
I?
sense.
Very cool. So, Grrrig, you pay no attention and just kind of march off down the cave that you can now walk fully upright in. The others begin to stand up and start walking as well. Defect, Aetis, and Kaerlie, you can all hear what sounds like the chiseling of stone. Spoot, did you give me a perception check?
Yeah, it's up there. It's the 23. First one.
Oh yeah, it is. Great.
Yeah.
So Spoot, you hear
I heard Spoot.
you hear
what
the
am I giving
chiseling too. You just hear chiseling.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
And it sounds like you speak Draconic, so you can tell it's kobolds talking about something's coming, as if they have seen the light at the end of the tunnel.
Perhaps because
So-
someone is glowing like a firefly.
Yep, that would do it.
Could be.
You went a little bit defect there and was very robotic, but basically I overheard some kobolds possibly saying that there was something glowing coming down the tunnel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of whisper, shout, because I probably don't whisper very well, to the people in front of me, behind me. Hey, I think they know we're coming.
Can you kill the light?
I know.
Ahead a little bit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take the light away.
Okay, you take the light away, and
Can I listen to see what happens now?
you certainly can. You are now in complete darkness, you and Defect, and cannot see.
Hey, just a reminder. I can't see.
But I can, and I'm just gonna sneak off towards where I heard the voices, even though I couldn't understand them.
Uh-huh.
Just
I could see if you get your big shell out of the end of this.
there.
Here's the real
Well-
question. Did Grrrig even notice that Spoot spoke?
Nope, you're like
Yeah,
10
I'm
feet
long gone,
ahead
right?
you're like 10 feet ahead of everybody. You've walked into the cavern now, and you can see that there are a bunch of kobolds sitting around. Some of them have like picked up a variety of weapons, like scimitars, and some of them are whirling slings at you. So I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Yep.
We got to click on our things first, don't we?
Yep, click on your token.
I'm blind. Well,
I
the map
would
has
accept
changed.
that.
Yes,
like me.
those of you who have no dark
There
vision
it goes.
cannot see what is going on.
My
I
right
am.
one froze.
Someday I'll roll real numbers.
I'm just curious. I said that after I asked him to kill the light, I snuck up further and stealthed.
Yeah.
Would I still be in the pack, or
No, I will say that you are down over here in this area.
Did I hear any news, any change in the chatter?
I didn't?
Kobolds? when I killed the light, did it surprise them or whatever?
Yeah, they definitely were like, they're still coming, get ready.
I guess we're not being quiet.
Yeah, I mean, they saw you coming, and,
I'm not sure the Metal Man does quiet.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
He can try.
Or the turtle.
I'll have to add some later.
Apparently my initiative didn't go. Here we go again.
Yep, I need Spoot, and I got Spoot, and so I just need Defect.
Well, classic turtle style. I'm last.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am
Sorry.
not the worst roller.
When it comes to
Well, I
initiative,
am in the dark, so
Yes, you are. You and
gotta
Spoot
ask.
both. And Spoot,
gotta
you are
ask.
not at the bottom of the initiative order. Defect is.
well, that's hilarious.
But Aetis, you are at the top of the initiative order. So, Aetis, what would you like to do?
So
From where you are, you can see this little kobold.
There's a kobold there?
how long has it been since we fought on the outside?
It's probably been about an hour between going through all the stuff and then 20 to 25 minutes of crawling through caves.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use the spell slot this time and Hunter's
Whoa.
the kobold
Kobold.
that I can see.
Yep, yeah, he's just in your range, so go ahead. He doesn't see you because you are extremely well hidden, so you have advantage on an attack. Although, technically casting the spell breaks your stealth, actually.
Oh, would it?
Yeah, casting a spell...
Okay, I won't Hunter.
Well, does it have any verbal or somatic components?
That is a good question. Oops. Verbal.
Yeah, so casting the spell first would break your stealth, and you would lose the advantage.
I'll shoot him first, and then I'll cast it.
Okay. So go ahead, make your attack advantage. Hey! Yeah, you definitely hit.
Not that advantage mattered.
Yeah, you rolled a 20 and a 20, so good job.
Yikes.
Ooh. For 4 points of piercing damage.
And then I will hit him with a Hunter's Mark.
Very cool. Great. Do you want to move, or are you going to stay where you are?
That's just cloudy water, right?
Yeah, it seems to just be water.
Okay.
Like you can hear the trickling of like a little bit of waterfall in here. So
Can I get through that?
yeah,
Okay, I'll move kind of and like hide between those rocks a little bit.
okay. So you move there, and you see another kobold.
Yeah, that was a choice. But
Yep. Kaerlie, it is your turn.
There's still the kobolds that he shot is just floundering around. Because that's not very much damage, right?
Yeah, it got hit, but that is
But it's
it.
probably just pissed off now, right?
Yeah. You can't see it, however.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you look at what you can see, that is all that... So you only see what you see, because your dark vision only goes out 60 feet.
Right. There was there was a blip at one point, and there was a gigantic kobold in
Correct. Yeah, at one point there was the light spell cast on the gem.
Gotcha. There was a lag in the thingness.
Gotcha.
All right. I'm going to come. I'm going to move out from behind the can't see anything because they're just in my way at this point.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, that's better.
That's body shaming.
Yeah, you can definitely see some kobold now.
Cool. I'm going to cast Entangle over here where crap. Thing that lets me over here where I can see 2 kobolds.
Uh-huh. That's a 20-foot.
It's a 20-foot it's a 20-foot square starting from a point within 90 feet of me.
Yep. So where would you like it to be? You want to try to catch both?
I would like to try to catch both.
Okay. You can just barely get it to catch both. Yeah.
Yeah, they're by my measurements 20 feet apart.
Yeah, so you cast it like right between them. They're just on the outskirts, but they are both in the field. Ciao. As all these vines and roots kind of come up and break through the rock and start like trying to wrap their legs around these kobolds. So so they need to do a strength saving throw. Ooh. They are so strengthy. Okay.
So strange.
They rolled a 9 and a 7. So they definitely fail. They are both restrained now. Thanks for the follow, Dream Mephisto. So you have successfully
He sounds handsome.
restrained them, and you are concentrating on that spell.
Yes.
Very cool. Awesome. That's going to be fun for them. It is now the kobolds' turns. All right, so let me just see real quick. Okay. All right, so this kobold down here sees Aetis and is going to attempt to sling you with a little rock. That is a 9 to hit.
That misses.
I imagine so. The next two are trapped in this thing. Well, actually, this guy is not actually trapped in it. I'm sorry, that's my fault. He's up on top of this little scaffold.
I see.
So he is actually not restrained.
I tried.
You did. But, yeah, he can see that you're the one who did it. So he's going to try to hit you with a sling. You are more than 30 feet away. So this is at disadvantage. That's a 7. So you see this pebble arc towards you and go plunk in the water. This other guy is going to try to bust out of your thing. What is your DC? Spell save DC? He rolled a 2. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I was going to say, let me look.
Yeah.
Spell
It
sheet.
fails.
Very ineffective. This kobold comes into the light. Well, not the light, but these two come up. These two come down. They get to there and there. They're going to use their actions to move up.
Dope.
These two are each going to launch a pebble at Kaerlie and one at Grrrig. So against Kaerlie and against Grrrig. So Kaerlie, that's a 22 to hit for 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, Kaerlie.
Oh, that's me.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well done. Yeah, the DC was 10, so you maintain concentration. If you haven't used Roll20 before, if you just click on your token, And the red circle is your hit points.
Aha!
And you can just click on that and write -5 and hit enter, and it will do the math for you automatically.
Excellent.
Yeah, pretty dope. Grrrig, that is a 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokes.
Those were extremely effective kobolds.
Very effective little kobolds.
Yes.
But that is all of their turns. This guy is also going to move away and over there. And Spoot, you hear in the darkness. They're coming from all over! They got spells! Grrrig, it is your turn.
Okay.
Great. A very dramatic, like, fake death wail upon getting hit by the stone.
Yeah, you're hurt pretty
followed
bad.
followed by a defect. They're over there, and I will fire a firebolt at this one
Okay,
with the hopes that a little bit of light will shine on them for defect to know where they are.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. And I'm assuming a 21 hits.
Yes, it does. Oof.
Damage is 6.
For 6 points of fire damage. Everybody
Great.
sees a tiny little spark shoot across. Ciao. And then go out.
There you go. And then Grrrig is gonna just scamper over here and kind of hide. Well, we'll try to hide because I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Make your stealth check.
Oh my god, I'm not one again.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
scamper
At least
over
I'm hitting
there,
things.
like you throw like a little rock, you just kind of brush a rock out of the way, and you're like, Defect, I'm hiding over here now. And
She just picks up like a rock and is like,
Go
I'm
get
gonna
him! Go kill him!
yeah,
Behind
You
this.
can do this!
Spoot, it is now your turn.
Well, it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, you're hearing all
Everything-
these weird things happen, and you heard the kobolds and draconics speaking. What do you want to do?
I saw a flash, and then it went out. You know, I'm gonna get out of the hole if I'm still in it, and sort of like
Well, you
stand up.
can't see, so
I'm gonna crawl until it feels like I'm out of the hole.
I mean, you feel like you could stand up now. Like,
okay, I'm gonna stand up.
I'm gonna say that
Slowly.
you've been standing. You've just been standing in the dark.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna sort of say out loud, "Sorry, guys," and then I'm gonna cast light.
All right. Pachow, light has returned.
And wow, I can't see anything but my party members, huh?
It doesn't go very
your-
far.
Your light is wimpy.
I take a moment and sort of rub my chin. And I'm going to take some decisive steps forward. I'm going to move a
Yeah.
step around
So,
her.
do you
and
see-
I'm gonna...
If you look, you see the little gem on your token. That is the light source. So
Ah, I can move that with me.
yeah, you carry that with you.
Look, it's my little shield. My little light shield. Oh, now I can't click it because I put my token. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so like in the fringes of the light, I can make out the kobolds back there.
Yeah.
Great.
So you can kind of see them now.
Oh, there they are. Oh, there's a lot more than I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of like, I got 10 more feet of movement, so I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna look at Grrrig because I heard them yell out in sort of dramatic fashion. I'm gonna do a little check on them and see how they're doing.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a medicine check. Yeah, Grrrig is really, really hurt.
Okay.
Ow, 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 ow,
Hey,
ow!
Hold still just 1 second, and I'm gonna cast some healing words. I'm gonna whisper something to them in my native language, which is Aquan. If you're curious.
Ooh.
And I cast it
Wow.
twice? Question mark. but it did the same thing. So you pick. You want a 7 or a 7?
So you get 7 hit points.
I'll
back,
take
Grrrig.
the 7.
That's a 7.
That's the
back
best choice
up.
of the menu. Well
And
done.
that was my bonus action. So just as a sort of a last ditch effort, and I'm going to try to protect Grrrig from future damage. I'm gonna aim at this guy up here that I can see, and I'm gonna cast some.
You have already used your action to cast light this turn.
Oh, you're so right. That is an
know.
action. Well, then I'm gonna just cross my arms and sort of wait it out.
All right. Hey, Defect. You can now see.
Yes. I can see.
Yeah.
I heard Grrrig take a hit, and that's going to put me in a rage. So I will activate rage.
All right. Rage pop. Go.
Nice.
And now I will move.
So much excitement and
back
fist pumping over here.
30. And then
Ooh.
I guess I'll. Okay, so that was my movement. Rage was bonus. And I'm sorry, remind me again. Dash, I will need another action, right? Which I don't have.
No, you still have your action because you've only used your movement. And
That's
your
right, because I
bonus
didn't
action.
attack. So I have 10. And that's it. That's all I can do for now.
All right.
But I'm raging.
Yep. Aetis, back at the top.
1 second. Sorry, I was just playing something Discord. I am going to continue sneaking around.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire again at the one I have Hunter's marked.
Okay, go for it.
Would that be too difficult firing over all those kobolds?
No, it's fine. You also have advantage on the attack because he is currently entangled.
He's currently entangled. It was not a complete attempt.
Yes, 15 will hit. You skewer the kobold with your arrow.
Shook.
Thung.
And then I will...
And the vines just kind of keep wrapping around and like pulling the body and like covering it.
Oh. I will move the Hunter's Mark to this kobold for my bonus action.
All right. That one is now Hunter's Marked.
Go back into the rock.
Okay. Kaerlie, it is your turn.
All right. As I'm out of long range weapons, I guess I'm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still in come on in here with my quarterstaff and attempt to hit this this kobold in front of me.
Go for it.
Working.
Cool. A 12 does not hit, however. It sees you coming and it... Oh no, a 12 does hit. I lied. A 12 just hits.
A glancing blow.
Yeah. Do you have you have a shield, right? So this is one-handed?
Yes, that is true. I believe I'm carrying... Yes. No. Wait, am I holding... I am holding...
Should be a wooden shield.
Yeah. So, yes, you smack him in the head for 6 points of damage.
Woohoo!
Bonk.
Bonk.
It is now the turn of the kobolds. This guy is going to move around over to here. This guy
That's unfortunate.
is going to go bunk, bunk, bunk. Over to there. This guy is going to move this way, climb down, and get to there. How far away are you, I wonder? Ooh, you're just in range.
Ruh-roh.
So indeed, the kobold up at the top of the room, keeping out of range of the entanglement sphere, or cube rather, attempts to throw a sling or sling a pebble at Kaerlie. That is a 19 to hit for 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 10. Oof. Okay, so unfortunately, the entanglement drops. The vines wither away and crumble to dust as you are no longer concentrating on the spell. The next two kobolds are also going to try to attack Kaerlie. They have advantage because they have friends immediately surrounding you when they have pack tactics.
Yep.
The first one is a 19 to hit for 7 points of slashing damage.
Really not doing so good here.
Yeah, unfortunately the second one is an 18 to hit. And it gets you, and so Kaerlie, you fall prone and become unconscious.
Help!
Defect,
Sweet.
the 3 kobolds around you also try to hit you with their short swords.
You can't
All right.
hit him.
That is
He's indestructible.
a 13 to hit,
So 13 is a miss.
an 18 to hit
That is a hit.
for 8 points of slashing damage.
But I am raging, so I have...
So it's halved to 4.
Yep.
And a 22 to hit for
Yep.
3 points reduced to 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's but a flesh wound.
Indeed. Yeah, the one behind you hits you really bad, and you just kind of turn and look at it, and you're like, dude, you're dead.
Dude, going down.
But Grrrig, it is your turn now. After calling this kobold would have moved over there. Because now there's a big metal dude that's very terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Great.
less interesting.
My little Grrrig is going to just peek around from behind the turtle, I guess, and do a firebolt at, let's say, this one.
Alright, go for it.
It's a 9.
A 9 unfortunately goes wide and goes pew careening off into the cave.
Ah, you're in my way, Tortle. Thanks for healing me, but gosh.
At least you didn't hit my at least they didn't hit my unconscious body with.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
good thing.
Right?
Spoot! The mighty Spoot.
So I just...
I don't know why I
kind of
add that every time I call your name. I just
I
think it's
love
funny.
it. I love it. The mighty
Because
Spoot.
he's so mighty.
Reminds me of the mighty Boosh, I guess. And
Ah, nice. Well, I'm gonna eye roll to the comment that the goblin made about me being in the way, too big or something. And did I hear the squeak of death coming from the druid as she fell?
yeah, you definitely saw her get hit and fall down because of your light spell.
Gotcha. I'm gonna take 5-foot step forward, and I'm gonna cast some healing word on our fallen druid.
Excellent. So, Kaerlie,
Yay.
you regain 6 hit points, and you are no longer unconscious. You are still
Yay.
prone.
I'm not sure why it's rolling twice, but that's okay.
We'll just take the first result.
Yeah. I'll have to fix that. And can I take a quick look in front of me? Of the 2 kobolds I see, is there one that is particularly more injured than the other?
Make a medicine check.
Da-da-da.
They both look fine as far as kobolds go. I mean, you know.
I'll go for the
They're
one nearest.
little malnourished and
Uh-huh.
They look fragile. I'll
They-
go for the one nearest.
They are very waif-like.
And this time I will cast Sacred Flame.
Ooh.
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 Don't think I hit.
So
think I
it's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yes, it is.
Click.
Does it say? Yes, Dex.
Yeah, DC 14.
He succeeds with a 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that does not do half damage because it's a cantrip, right? So.
Correct.
So Defect,
So nothing
it
happens.
is your turn. Unless you want to move back or forward. It's up to you. Wade into the fray.
I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna cross my arms.
Okay. Defect.
Excellent.
There are 5 kobolds surrounding you.
I'm going to attack this one right there.
All right. Do it.
So with my great axe, mighty swing.
So great.
Ah, really?
Ooh, an 11 misses.
Wait. Does that include, because I'm raging, does that include my +2 to attacks?
That's only to damage.
That's just the damage.
Oh, no,
yeah.
that's just
only
the
the
damage.
damage.
That's the damage.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry. Yeah, it looks like it's going to hit, but then it just kind of dodges out of the way. The shadows and the light in here are just barely throwing off your eyes.
Yikes. That's it. That's all I can do.
All right, Aetis.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to pop back out from the rock.
Yeah.
And once my Roll20 updates so I can see things,
Yep.
I'm going to shoot off this.
Yeah, go for it.
$26.
That will hit. 100%.
5.
All right, he takes 5 piercing damage as an arrow slunk in the shoulder.
An extra 5 from Hunter's Mark.
And an extra 5 from Hunter's Mark, killing the
Woof.
kobold. He
I'm
dead. Do you want to transfer your Hunter's Mark as a bonus action?
Yeah, I'm going to transfer it to the other one on the bottom.
All right. What does your Hunter's Mark look like, by the way?
I don't know if it has a look, does it?
It's up to you. Oh, I think you were muted. We didn't hear that.
Oh, like a little red laser sight, like a little bullseye sitting on him.
Okay. So there's just this like
Little
one
dot.
little red dot kind of hovering on its body, and it's just trying to like wipe it off and to no avail.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? Get it off of me.
Kaerlie, it is your turn.
It's a laser pointer.
Golly.
So you can stand up from prone, which is half your movement.
I will stand up.
Yep. So that's half your movement, but you still have your action and bonus action and 15 feet of movement if you want.
Cool. I think I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna try to bash that guy again. Bash the guy right in front of me.
Yeah,
Since,
do it. Oh!
Oh yeah.
For a crit!
Nice.
What does it look like when you knock the head of this kobold clean off his shoulders?
With a stick. With a stick.
With a
Stick.
stick.
Thank goodness for the magic.
Jaw comes
because
flying
I'm
off.
barely conscious.
Yeah. So you swing, hit the kobold, like 3 teeth go flying, and all the teeth kind of cycle over each other, almost as if they were a ball, and they land in a little like hole in the bottom of the cave. And Kaerlie, it occurs to you, this could be a sport.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna take the rest of my movement to come on over to this pile of thing and try to catch my.
I will tell you, if you try to move, they may try to take a attack of opportunity against you because you've used your action, so you can't disengage.
Right. I'm gonna risk it because I feel like I'm in a terrible place right now for someone with not very much health.
Yeah, they're both going to try for it.
Yeah.
And they both have advantage. Oof. Yeah, they both hit you with 23s each.
Yikes.
Cool.
For a total of 11 damage.
Cool. So I'm unconscious again.
Yeah, so you start moving, and unfortunately, despite your best efforts, you just fall back down as you try to get out of the way. Oof.
Well,
It is now the kobold's turn, and
You should have wild shape though at level 2.
you do have your wild shape, remember.
If you're
oh,
up in melee as a druid, wild shape doesn't use your HP.
It uses the creatures, so.
uh-huh.
So, why don't you take a look at the creatures that you are able to wild shape into right now? And on your next turn, if you want to do that, you can do that.
Cool. I'm not sure what shapes they have.
I can send you a list. I just need to know what circle of druid are you? Are you moon or are you?
She's land.
Land.
Okay, so it's not okay. I'll get you a list, Kaerlie.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Because
Cool.
I failed to look at that.
It's all right. This kobold comes down and he's going to try to sling Defect. With an 18 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 bludgeoning damage, reduced to 2 because you're raging.
All right.
The next 3 kobolds are all going to try to hit you with their short swords. That is a 15 to hit.
It's a miss.
And everything else is below that. So all 3 just
All right.
they just like either miss or they whack off you with no real damage. You are very scary and intimidating to them, and so they are trying to take you out and not doing it well at all.
Aha! Yeah, Defect.
And Grrrig, it is your turn.
Cool. Defect, you are as A-okay as it seems, right? You're not actually particularly damaged. Okay, great. Grrig's gonna stick with. All right, Grrig's gonna stick with the classic if her friend's looking okay, and just do another firebolt at this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Keeping it simple. That's a 10. God damn it.
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
Son of a
It
diddly.
sees the light coming and just kind of ducks its head real quick.
Ah! Grrrig shakes the hammer a little bit, taps it on the rocks. Come on!
Yeah, as you like tap the rock, a few little pieces of rock go ting 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 and like break off.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, Spoot.
Well, I'm gonna look at this kobold that's over here in front of me. And I'm gonna try.
The impervious kobold apparently
The
just shrugs off
impervious
spells.
Apparently. God damn it.
The first kobold ever born immune to magic, it seems.
I'm gonna try something different. I'm
Whenever
gonna.
I'm regain consciousness, I'll bat him over the head too.
I'm gonna 10-foot step very deliberately over to this guy.
Yeah.
Stand right in his face, and I'm gonna hit him with my mace.
All right. Bam, 14.
There you go.
Whacks him for 2.
Oh, this is so sad.
Immune to spells, not to mace.
Not to mace. Didn't do a whole lot, did it?
Just slap him in his head.
I mean, you rolled a 1. What are you gonna do?
That's it. I'm gonna stand there and kind of eyeball like.
Defect will help.
Yeah. Defect, it is your turn.
Yep. So seeing Spoot come up from behind, I will use this advantage and swing at the same kobold.
Yeah, 17.
So
What does
17
it
for
look
9.
like when you slice
11.
this kobold to pieces?
Kill it.
I want to say like it just goes straight through the neck and the head just goes flying, sputtering some blood onto Spoot.
Oh.
All right, you like do a whirling top thing, like the top half of your body, like phew, and the great axe, king. Kobold head goes flying off into the pond. Plunk. Spoot gets splattered by some of the spray.
And
I, like,
Grig's gonna
try to wipe it.
whistle.
but my claws are not very good at wiping, so I'm just smearing it on my face.
Oh.
So Spoot now has this badass blood war paint on.
I look at Defect though, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Give him like a sideways thumbs up.
that's not okay.
Aetis, it is your turn.
All right. Did you get the list I sent you?
I did not.
I sent it in Discord.
You sent it where? Oh, in Discord. Oh, hey.
Um,
Oh, look at that.
So I will shoot this one with my arrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an 11. It manages to dodge out of the way as it thunks into this barrel right there.
Stand still, you little piece of shit.
So, Kaerlie, it is your turn, but you are unconscious, so I need you to make a death saving throw. So,
Oh, dear.
I just need you to roll a d20, and you need to get 10 or higher on a straight d20 roll. Oof, okay, so that is one failure.
Wow.
Kobold time.
Cool.
Dang it.
It's not looking good for me.
They're gonna go after Defect, because Defect is scary. That's a 21 to hit Defect for 1 point of damage from the guy throwing the sling.
All right.
And then 2 attacks with short swords. That's a 19 to hit.
Okay. Yes.
For 6, reduced down to 3.
Okay.
And then, ooh, a crit.
Ooh.
Natural 20. For a
Yikes.
total of 10 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5.
Thank God for the rage.
Yeah, so
Gosh.
that was, they had a good round that time. Grrrig, it is your turn.
Ah! Hey, you, get up! Get up! I guess. Oh no! And Grrrig will scamper up. Yeah. And cast a little cure wounds on the druid. Hey, get up!
Very cool.
Only 5. I tried.
All right. You are no longer unconscious, Kaerlie. You have 5 hit points.
Woohoo! Yay for being not dead.
Yeah. Anything else, Grrrig?
And then I am going to, let's see, that wasn't my whole movement. I'm gonna just scamper the rest of the way over here and hide? Question mark?
Yeah.
That's not quite. Nah, maybe I'll just hide. I can just hide behind the turtle. It's fine.
You can attempt. Well, you're kind of not anywhere where you could hide, right there, really.
I am.
Yeah,
glowing.
but if I'm small and he's bigger than me, so I can hide behind the turtle.
You can attempt to hide behind the turtle. Sure, go ahead. Make a hide check with disadvantage.
What?
16 is still. Well, I mean, they see in the dark, so.
I mean, fine.
Cool.
And
A waste of a nat 20. God damn it.
Oh dear, what happened to Defect?
Defect
Oh, dear.
disappeared.
He used
Disappear from the map.
I don't know what happened, but here you go.
Hey, he's
You're
back.
back.
There you go.
Yay!
Hey.
Whoa, I can become a velociraptor?
You have probably not seen a Velociraptor, so I'm going to say no. You cannot become a Velociraptor.
That's also. I don't think
Clever
I
girl.
get this list now, and I'm like, what? What are these options?
Spoot, 'tis you. The goblin has scampered behind you and is attempting to hide behind your meaty thigh.
I was thinking, the shell, but thigh works.
My
I am like 4 feet tall.
Mighty thigh.
The shell, also, yes.
The druid has regained consciousness. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
The goblin
Just barely.
scampered over, and Grrrig, they pumped some heal into her. She is conscious, but she's on the ground.
Okay. Wow. You move very quickly, don't you?
Yep.
And I'm going to stand. I don't know if they can see the chat.
They can.
Okay.
Yeah, they can.
I'm going to stand my ground because if little Grrrig wants to hide, and I'm going to try to cast some Sacred Flame at this guy, hoping that he is not also impervious to spells.
Okay.
Frickin' kobold.
Well, he's got a spell on him, so he's not impervious to them.
Good.
However, he is a slippery bugger, and that's a 16.
Well, darn! What a waste of a 1 point of damage. I will stand and cross my arms.
Okay. I think this is Spoot's default at this point. Just cross the arms.
This is me and with the shield.
What is the world coming to?
That's a portal with some tude.
Yeah, defect. It is. Turn.
Yeah, the one right here in front of me. Swing with the great axe.
A 9 will miss, however.
Yeah. Lame-o. Alright, that's my turn.
The kobold just like ducks under the massive blade. Aetis.
Alright. I will attempt to shoot that damn kobold again that's dodging magic and arrows.
Oh yeah, a natural 20. Definitely
Excellent.
hits. Go ahead,
There we
roll your crit damage for that bad boy. Nice.
So 13.
Yeah. Oof.
I just, as I'm about to shoot him, I just yell, "Stay still."
Yeah. He gets obliterated by this arrow. Like
The blood splash onto Defect.
yeah. So Defect, you now also have streaks of blood just kind of. Actually, on you, it's just like a big like splurt on your like stomach. So. You didn't even need to roll your hunter's damage for that. Just FYI. So.
Does Hunter's Mark crit? I don't remember.
No, it's just yeah, because you would roll, you double all the dice.
Oh,
So,
does it? Oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
yeah.
So he
I will just
Thanos.
move my Hunter's Mark to that one.
All right. So now the little red cat laser moves over to that dude.
He starts swatting on it. It's right on his chest.
Yeah, he just starts beating at it. Very well. Kaerlie, you can stand up again for half your movement.
I will once again struggle to my feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is a single kobold still within range, right there next to Defect.
Yeah, I think I might try to whack him.
All right. Oh, yeah. 21 will hit.
Excellent.
Yes.
Nice.
And 6 points of damage will kill him.
Yes.
So that kobold will be dead.
Woohoo!
Good.
Well done. Boom.
One left, huh?
Anything else you would like to do? You have a bonus action and 15 feet of movement.
That didn't work out well so for me last time. I think I might.
Well, now there are no monsters around you that are alive, so they can't attack
Oh,
you.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I am going to slump down over here in this pile of stuff.
All right, so you run over to the side of this table of stuff.
And get behind put something between me and the remaining kobold.
Sounds good. Very cool, very cool, very cool. It is now the sole kobold who is terrified of what is going on. And he's just gonna book it.
No, Snarf, come back.
Yeah, he gets all the way down there.
Goodbye, kobold.
Grrrig,
Yeah, you better run.
it is your turn.
Yep. Greg screams, "Yeah, you better run!" as they start to rifle through this kobold's pockets.
Okay, great. Make an investigation check.
Wasting no time.
16?
Okay, with a 16, you find a ratty loincloth that is not leaving much to the imagination.
Yee.
That's it, huh? Not even a copper.
Nah,
Dang.
they've got an apron that's got like some old stone chisels in it.
Ooh, I'll take a chisel.
Yeah, so you have a really blunted stone chisel now.
Yeah.
Also known as a
Nice.
butter knife.
This'll be used.
Yeah.
Spoot, mighty mighty Spoot.
Well, looks like everything is cleaned up in this area, so I'm going to move myself. Actually, let's see. Done.
Thank you, Coaster Board, for the follow.
Nice. I'm going to move to here with my light. Let me drag that little guy with me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see what I see. What do I see?
Well, you did see, with your light, the kobold ran away in this kind of direction.
Gotcha. Oh, look, there's a guy here.
Yeah, he's one of us.
Oh, wow, look.
Yeah, you
Aetis.
see
I
Aetis
found
now.
him. I found Aetis, everyone.
Thank you, Bad Bool, for hacks for following. Much appreciated.
Yeah, the rest of us have been able to see him for a while.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand here in case something comes back while the others rifle through. So that's my turn.
Defect, it is your turn. You saw that kobold run.
Yep. Let's see.
Get him!
I am going to run by Grrrig. Like, I'm about to ask her if she's okay, but yelling at me to go get him. Yeah, I'll do that.
You got this. Go get him.
Go, gadget, chasing legs.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I can't see beyond that.
You can't see.
Yeah.
I know he went down this way, but I can't see anymore.
Go ahead. Make a perception check, Defect.
Can he see the little laser pointer on him?
No.
Oh, yeah.
He is
The
blind.
magical laser pointer.
It only works for you, not for anyone else. Your own feet, like, stomping on the ground, just makes too much noise. You can't hear. You have no idea where this kobold is.
I'm going to kind of yell after him. I wouldn't be in such a hurry. I don't run quite as fast as you do.
I will take my action to take a defensive posture.
All right, so you do the dodgy dodge.
The dodgy dodge.
All right, cool. Aetis, it is your turn.
Can I still see him, or is he too far down the hallway?
No, you can see him because you have dark vision.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know if that just meant like he ran past the map, so I just wanted to check.
No, he is just there. He is almost out of range of the map.
Okay. I will just, as he's running, my bow follow him.
Yeah, go for it.
No running, please. 14.
14 hits.
Woohoo!
So 5 piercing.
Yep, and your hunter's mark.
For 4.
Ooh, okay. He takes 9 points of damage. He goes, "Rah!" And you can see him, and now he's hobbling. He's like on the verge. But he looks like he's about to run again. So you run right after him. Okay.
Can
Kaerlie,
I swing with the short sword or no? As a bonus action?
as a bonus action, no.
Okay.
Because you are not a dual wielder rogue, and you do not have a melee weapon out.
Okay.
Kaerlie, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take a look in some of these piles of bundles I'm in at the moment.
Sure, go ahead.
See if
Make
there's
a quick,
something to be
make an
seen.
investigation check.
There. Didn't actually. There it goes. Proud of it. I can take off.
Oh gosh.
-1.
You are feeling a little dazed, having gone unconscious twice in the last 10 seconds. And so you're just kind of less opening things and more just kind of pushing and moving them around. And you're looking at it, but you're not really processing anything that's happening.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here slumped on the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe someone will come back with.
Yeah. So the kobold is going to use its action to disengage and then run a bunch of feet away. So he disengages and he runs 30 feet.
Can I still see him or no?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, if he still appears on your map, you can see him because of the dynamic lighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Schmancy.
It's just it's a 10-foot wide cave the whole way down, so. So like meow, meow. There's the cave. Grrrig, it is your turn.
Great.
Are you doing
I'm gonna
anything
just-
or keep rifling?
Oh, I'm gonna rifle through the next thing. I'm gonna move on from their bodies, I guess.
All right.
No.
Since their
Yeah, no.
pockets are not
I'll
so
go over here. So indecisive. Pocket did not deal anything interesting except for that stone, which was kind of cool. I'm gonna go look through this pile.
Yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation check.
11.
Hey, you can see better things than me.
Yeah,
Ugh,
okay.
barely. Perfectly average things.
So yeah. Good job. You find 2 sets of mason's tools, just kind of on top of the box real quick.
Cool.
Maybe more later. Spoot, what will you do?
Well, we know that this guy ran this way,
Yeah, you saw him run that way.
and I no longer see Aetis, so I can assume that he's in pursuit. You know what? Let's see. Let me see how far I can get. I'm going to aid our Warforged friend in his quest for sight.
Nice of you.
I gotta go drag this little guy with me. Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cast
There
light
you
on
go, buddy.
his weapon or something like that.
On his weapon? Oh yeah, you're right.
Done that in the past.
You could move it. Yeah.
But how many lights can I have?
You can only have one up, so it would remove you the light on your shield.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fine. Just keep walking.
There is.
You can
I have
also
a-
use your action to move again. Remember. So
That's
if you want to go further down the cave.
I think I have a solution to this. I have in my possession 1 torch. I'm gonna move my light to his weapon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out my torch, old school style, and I'm gonna hope that I also have a tinderbox in my pack to light it with.
There was a tinderbox
I've got it.
in the
There's
set.
one. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
I also
watch
have it. I also
a
have
very.
it, but I am semi-conscious some ways away from you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, no, it's okay. You go ahead and chase him. I'll just light this torch, and I'm gonna attempt the slow process of using turtle hands to light a torch.
Wonderful. I love it.
I love you so much.
Defect. You now have light upon you.
I do.
Or glowing sword, or hammer, axe, whatever it is.
Hey, look,
Oh yeah.
the head.
Okay. Oh, that's my little torch. That's so cute.
Hold on, let me see what else I have in my body. Maybe I can throw something at him.
Yeah, do you have a dagger?
I have a javelin.
There you go. That'll do it.
Ah.
I'll do it. I'm gonna throw that javelin at him.
Go for it.
That's the damage.
Oh,
That's the damage. I need the
Alright.
attack roll.
He hit.
It hits.
Not with a 6.
It's a magic javelin, like magic.
it just happens.
Yeah, like magic missile.
Javelin. Heat seeking.
The magic javelin missile.
I don't know why I did that. Let me try that again.
Nope.
Alright. Not hard, so I'll just do the. Let's see.
You should just hit the word javelin and it should do it.
What I'm doing, and it keeps.
Yeah,
with
something
the
in
damage,
the
not
Do
the
you
actual roll.
do you have the javelin equipped on roll 20? That might be the trick. Or on
If it's rolling-
D&D Beyond, rather.
It's active, yeah.
Oh, weird. Well, roll the d20 and we'll see what happens.
Do it old
Yeah.
school. Archaic.
Do it the manual way.
Yeah, you hit. You hit.
Alright. Yeah, so with the piercing, at 6, plus I'm still raging, so 8 points of damage.
Yeah, it didn't matter. He had 1 hit point left.
Okay.
Nice.
So he falls in the cavern as you impale him from behind. He goes, "Arr!" and falls forward. Kobold Kebab. Well done, everybody. We can drop initiative.
Alright.
Oh, good.
It looks like we've entered Tron in that part of the cave.
Yeah, right. Watch out for light bikes.
Meow.
What I saw with my nat 20 perception earlier is I
A
saw
light bike.
the reality beyond this part of the cave.
Yeah.
That's right.
Suddenly everything was in 3D and people had neon on them for some reason. It was weird.
Oh, I had a light disc.
Yeah.
80s Matrix.
Kobold kebabs for everybody. All right. Well done, everyone. So now that you have lain waste to these kobolds, looking around here, Grrrig has already found 2 sets of mason's tools. Looking through a variety of all the stuff on the shelves, there's like some like snack foods that are like all chewed up and like crumbs and stuff, and like a half-eaten ration bar kind of deal. And also like a half of a fish, which seems to exist in the pond as well. You find 3 shovels, 3 pickaxes, you find 5 hammers, 3 crowbars, and 1 set of woodcarver's tools.
Oh, I'll take the woodcarver's tools.
Sure.
Fine. I have my own. I don't care.
If nobody wants crowbar, I think I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take a pickaxe. I like pickaxes.
I would like to collect what arrows I can find.
Yeah, you can recover half of your spent arrows.
That's me. Can I pick up
It's
my
like a
javelin as well?
Yeah, you can recover your javelin. That's fine.
Right.
They're not a use
I
item.
round up or down with my arrows.
You round down. Rule of thumb is round down.
Okay.
Very cool.
Are
You know what?
these
I'll take a pickaxe.
like beds or are they boxes?
So, investigating all these areas, Aetis, they're actually like 10-foot tall scaffolding, and you realize that they have been chipping away and carving into the natural rock to kind of make bas-relief out of this. It's very crude and not very well done, but it looks like a bunch of kobold-like figures carrying a oval-shaped thing.
How large is this oval shaped?
Well, on them it's almost like half their size, but they're small creatures. They're like 3 foot tall.
So we're talking about something yay big.
Like maybe, if you can trust the scale of this carving.
Right. more or less. It's not larger than the.
Is the ball
No,
thing,
it is not larger than the kobold.
is the oval thing a carving, or is it placed up there?
It's carving, so it's all a bas relief kind of the image of kobolds carrying this ovoid thing. And it looks like they were starting to carve another bigger creature, like in the direction they were walking, but it's not done, so you don't really know what it is.
So we've koparn kobolds making a.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've just killed a pile of kobold art.
Of poor struggling kobold artists.
Well, they started it.
Way to go.
Well, do any
warn
of you need to take a break, or should we press on? Because the cave goes deeper.
I think it might be prudent to take a little rest.
Very well.
I'm not feeling so well, so.
Cool.
I'm gonna come. Yeah, I'll come over to the druid here and say, I really appreciate your spunk and tenacity, but you might want to slow down just a.
This is Spoot's words of wisdom always. Just slow it down.
Just slow it down. I know you're pretty mighty, but you got knocked out a couple of times.
Alright, while everybody's resting, I'm just going to kind of sit at the entrance to the inner cave and just listen and keep watch.
Very cool. So everybody can take a short rest. If you click your little button on D&D Beyond, you can choose to spend hit dice if you want to. If you do, you get to roll those, and you will recover half of them, or half of your max.
How you doing, Defect? You feeling all right?
I'm doing great. But Grrrig,
All right.
you almost died.
Yeah, it was a flesh wound. It's fine. Don't worry, big guy.
All right.
Alright. But be careful.
Why? Yeah.
Cool. So Spoot, you get 6 hit points back. Kaerlie, you get 7. Defect, you get 7 back as well.
Feeling a little better now.
I'm out of healing spells, I'll tell the party. So just bear that in mind as we press forward.
Well, I have one, but I can't use it on myself. So I have curing wounds, but I can't use it on myself. So if anyone else has some wounds that require healing.
Yeah. I got you covered. I got a little too.
Oh, Kochanya. Kochanya. Kochanya? Thanks for following. That was nice of you. At the end of your short rest, what would you like to do?
Well, looks like we better keep going.
Right?
Yeah,
We go down.
While they
our
were
options
resting,
are somewhat limited here.
anything down the cave?
See if we can find
I'm
some
sorry,
more art.
say that again, Aetis.
While they were resting, did I hear anything down the cave?
No, you did not, actually. Like, nothing was coming up to investigate. It seems like wherever this leads, there wasn't like a scheduled checkup or something, or patrol or whatever. Great. So you all head down this southern passage.
Mm-hmm.
Great. What is your marching order, please?
I'll go first.
All right.
Do you want to follow behind, Defect? Or do you want to stay?
Yes, I will.
I'll go right behind Defect.
And I'll follow Grrrig.
Cool.
Apparently, I'm picking up the.
It's okay. We travel well together. It'll be the two of us.
Yeah.
You don't pick on my size near as much as the goblin.
I didn't say it wasn't useful. You picked on me first.
Okay, I would like to travel like 10 or 15 feet ahead, though, stealthily.
Sure. Go ahead, make the stealth check. Oh, nice. So you all watch as Aetis pretty much vanishes into the shadows.
Wow.
Do you leave the torch up and the light on Defect's weapon?
Is that for me?
Well, I'm just
There's one with the
asking.
lights.
Let me ask. I'll ask Defect. Do you want your sword to stay glowing, Defect?
It would be beneficial. Yes.
Okay, I'll keep the torch. Took me long enough to light. I might as well keep.
Fair enough. All right.
Can you adjust the brightness on hooded lanterns?
We do have a couple of those. I grabbed them. They're on my back.
You can, yeah, if you want to swap out a light source for that, you can do that.
Just to think so it wouldn't be like bright light, but they could still see.
Yeah. Does somebody want to do that instead of the light spell? It does take a hand to hold, where the light spell, just the axe can glow.
Yeah.
Is. But he's already holding a torch.
They're
versus-
gonna see us.
Well, that's why, because like if he holds the torch or the lantern, he can't wield his club or cast spells. So, but he doesn't have to be the one holding the lantern. Someone else can hold the lantern. I just want to know who's carrying what light source, because you have two people who cannot see in the dark.
Just for curiosity's sake, is it possible to put the? I think my shield is a buckler style. Is it possible to put the torch in the offhand, or is that?
No.
Okay.
It's not designed to hold a torch that way.
Yeah, if you want to do the lantern, that's fine. Until someone tells me otherwise, the light will remain on Defect, and I will have a torch.
Okay, so you're carrying a torch. Defect has his axe on light. Aetis is 10 feet ahead. Aetis, you can see him because of the light, but he is moving without making a sound.
Very cool.
So you walk for about another 20-25 minutes. Aetis, make a survival check, because the cave starts to like branch off and go down different ways, and you could potentially get lost. So, okay, cool. Yeah, it is not a hard path to follow. There are marks in the dirt and scratches all along the cave floor, as if heavy objects have been pushed and pulled down this way. So it's pretty easy to maintain the track. Aetis, there comes a point where after a bend you kind of peek around. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Thinking about it.
Are you rolling the d4? Oh, right, because of your thing. Got it. Things that I forget and then remember at the same time. Cool. So with the 17, you turn your head around, and you can hear what sounds like things moving, and you hear that same strange language that the kobolds were talking earlier, kind of echoing. It seems like there's one voice that's giving directions, and one that's just kind of laughing, and then you hear three others making other noises. So you figure there's at least 4 or 5 creatures up ahead in some sort of cavern.
Can I
based
tell
on the
which
echoes.
one it's coming down?
I'm sorry?
Can I tell which cave it's coming down?
Oh yeah, yeah. You poke your head around a corner and you can hear it because of the way the cave is echoing. You're able to easily point it down. You figure you probably got about 40 feet down that cavern as where it opens up, and then it sounds like it's echoing in a big chamber.
I'll just wait for everybody to get a little closer, and then I'll tell them that I hear There's maybe 5 more down the cave, just a little bit further. Sounds like they're in a big room. So do we want to do this a little bit more quietly than last time? Maybe catch them off guard a little bit?
Huh?
Well, if that's the case, I should probably stay back here.
I do have a light source on me, so
I can take care of that.
I'm going to go on ahead just to get peek into the room a little bit.
Cool. So we'll keep your same stealth check because they haven't noticed you yet. So you peek up into the room. So you're about 60 feet away from your friends at this point.
Would they be able to get closer without illuminating too much?
Probably not. That crystal or that axe is glowing pretty brightly.
Okay.
And they might see it down the corridor if it's just out there in the middle of everything. So it's
Do I
hard.
need to take that? Do I need to take that off?
I think we're good at the moment. Hang on a sec.
I mean, you could to the goblin's hand and walk.
So, Aetis, go ahead and make a perception check as you enter what you see as a large room.
$29.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so you enter this cavern and kind of hug one of the corners. You can absolutely see there's crates of food and a table, maybe a crate of some kind of vegetable off on one side. On the other side are a couple of tables and chairs that are really roughshod and ramshamble. There's stalagmites and stalactites making columns in places in the cave. And you can see at least one kobold at what looks to be like ale barrels, like filling a goblet or a mug of ale or wine or whatever liquid is in there. Pretty sure it's beer, though.
How many kobolds? Is that the only one?
That's the only one you see, but you can hear more in the cave.
Okay.
You rolled pretty high on stealth. If you want to keep going, you can, but they might notice you. There is a formation of stalagmites and stalactites, kind of right in front of you, about 50 feet or so. You might be able to hide behind those.
Yeah, but I don't want everybody to... I'll go back to the group. Just
Okay.
Relay to them what I saw.
You do so.
I
Alright.
didn't see the other ones just yet, but there's more. I can hear them.
So you found their lunchroom.
Possibly. Or where they're hiding more items.
Well,
Shall we go?
there are
we
only
must
a
go
few of
forward
them.
and attack.
Yeah. There are only a few of them. My buddy here has got
I will take them all.
it.
If there are only a few of them, maybe we could convince them to put down their arms, seeing as how we wiped out the rest of their friends.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Well, we could tell them, bring this guy with us, and I'm going to point at the dead kobold at Aiden's feet.
Oh, that's true. That's a good plan, Tortle.
I mean, if you want to carry that, I don't necessarily.
Doesn't bother me, and I'll go pick him up and sort of slump him over my shell.
Well, you're not actually in that cave anymore. You've been traveling for like 30, 40 minutes.
Oh.
Well, you guys are all covered in blood. I think they'll get the idea.
That's fair.
You still
Me and
carrying
this-
that kobold's loincloth around?
No, I love the cloth. I just took this chisel. Never know when you're gonna need a stone chisel.
I don't mind walking around the corner with this big guy and trying to convince him to give up. Otherwise, if it looks like a fight, well, then we just do what we do.
Well, I have a trick this time that might help with a fight, if that's what it comes to.
What you gonna try? Your hiding and sniping earlier was pretty useful.
I have something that might help this one. I'll just point upwards towards Defect.
Okay.
So
Is it
shall we
some
go?
oil?
No.
Yeah, go intimidate them. Defect, you know how to do that.
my jaw kind of like turns into like a scary grin.
Yeah, like that. Will that work, Spoot?
Let's try
Let
it.
us go.
I can give him a little help myself, and I'm gonna slap some guidance on you.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Assuming you're a willing creature.
Okay.
Yes.
So, sum up this plan for me, will you?
Take it away, Defect.
As soon as I get them all together,
Uh,
I cast
So yeah, so Spoot and I will head down and try to persuade or intimidate them into giving up.
Okay, so you two just walk into this thing with your light sources. This
Pretty
cavern.
much.
We would have to, yes.
Yep.
Pretty
And
much.
I'll-
If you're together, you want to leave that torch to have a hand for.
Yes. That's a good idea.
Okay, so you put out the torch.
No, don't put it
Or
out.
just hand it
Someone
off.
hold it.
Hand it off. I'll hold it. I'll hold it. It's fine.
That took
Actually,
a long
here.
time to light.
Half-Elf Lady, you hold it. I'm gonna sneak up and stay behind him. I gotta cover Defect.
All right, so now
Alright.
I've got a bloody torch.
If you need to fight, you can drop it. It's okay. But yes, for now, we're gonna walk up. I'm gonna try to speak to him. If that doesn't work, this guy is gonna try to intimidate him. If that doesn't work, just come out shooting arrows.
All right.
I'll be
If that
ready with
doesn't
my
work-
fireball.
Then we
Okay.
run.
Then we've bitten off more than we can chew already.
Okay.
TPK by kobolds.
Yeah.
It's possible.
So the two of you walk down into this cavern. It's a big open cavern. It's like maybe 80 to 100 feet in any dimension. You walk in. As soon as you start clanking your way in, Defect, you hear Spoot in Draconic. What's that? Who goes there? Who are you? What's that?
I'm gonna answer in Draconic. It's the two guys that just killed all of your friends in the other room. Put down your weapons, and we will not harm you further.
Make a perception check, and a persuasion check as well.
Perception.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say,
Persuasion. Ooh. Look at them
Ooh.
numbers.
there you go.
All right.
Can Grrrig have like
Boss,
scampered behind them?
Boss, what should we do? Let them approach. Yeah, they may approach the great and mighty me. Yeah.
So, I'm the only one that understands this, right?
Yeah, you are.
Is there anyone-
You
Actually,
hear,
I understand
you hear
Draconic
two
too.
voices conversations. You
Oh.
understand Draconic?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
It could have been
It
Well, it just now
you
occurs to
feel
you.
special.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I forgot to load.
So you understand this too. Yeah, you forgot to run that program earlier. Access database.
Who's standing directly behind me?
No one at the moment.
No
you two
one.
are alone
Okay.
in this cavern.
I'm
Okay.
gonna, after they walk away from the entrance and give me like a little bit of shadow cover, I'll sneak into the room.
Okay. But Spoot and Defect, you make it to about the center of this cavern, kind of between two like pillars of stalagmites.
Okay.
And you see that there are a couple of kobolds on either side, kind of within range of stuff. One of them, 3 of them seem to be much like the ones you saw before. They just have loincloths on. One of them has like these really ratty burlap sacks that he's kind of stitched into robes that he's wearing. And there's one sitting on a big, like, shoddily made wooden throne with a spear and a shield kind of in his hands while he's sitting down, as though he like got himself ready to look intimidating. And next to his throne there's a pedestal with a little statue on it.
What is the statue of?
It looks like an egg.
Okay.
Are we gonna have a baby dragon?
Oh my god, yes.
I mean, it's small. It's like maybe this big. It's not that big. It's just this big.
Maybe a baby dragonborn.
We still can't see you, Jared.
I'm sorry?
Gesturing this big doesn't actually
Oh,
translate.
sorry. It's like that big.
It's for the viewers. For the viewers.
It's like
Right.
the
it's
size
also
of
here.
my head on the screen, I guess is what it is.
Theater of the mind.
We still can't see your head on the screen.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's still just a sphere.
Can Grrrig have also like crept to the edge of the room, like not quite in, but be kind of just at the end of the corridor?
Yeah.
Great. To see all of this, or however much they can.
Sure.
So it's seemingly just myself and Defect standing there in audience
With a
of
glowing
the mighty,
axe.
with a glowing axe, in audience of the mighty me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I will address the mighty me. Oh, mighty me. We do not wish for bloodshed, no more than we have already caused. But we are simply looking for, and I'm going to look at my notes, like, kind of not being very, smooth with this. The worm's beacon, which we are told you might be in possession of.
Me has many things.
Do any of them look like a beacon?
Maybe. Why do you want the Me's beacon?
Because I don't believe that you're the rightful owner, and we are tasked with returning it to the rightful owner.
If me has it, it is me's.
Listen, me, I don't know if it's very evident from the blood spattered across our faces, but we just killed everyone in there. I didn't want to do it, but if
Didn't want
necessary,
to do it.
but if necessary, we might have to come to violence. So, what would you be willing to trade for the worm's beacon?
Make an intimidation check.
Oh God.
Can I solve just by standing next to him?
Yeah,
Like,
this is supposed to be the big guy.
With advantage, because
Okay.
big scary axe
The
dude.
scowling
I should have
defect.
let him do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, no. You clicked the wrong one, but it's still a roll.
Oh, I clicked
Oh,
investigation?
that's investigation. Oh, sorry.
It's the same modifier.
Actually,
Oh, yeah,
it's not
is it
for
the
me,
same
unfortunately.
Yeah,
No,
it is
sadly.
not.
Sadly.
Oh.
Well, an 18.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
All
Got too
right.
excited too soon.
All right. He's gonna make a wisdom saving throw against your intimidation. Oof. So he starts shaking. You killed me's troops.
Yeah, the ones wearing the dirty loincloths. Yeah.
Wait, you killed Bra and Bra? Aw, they were good. They were good at their job.
It's regrettable. Well, they, to be fair, weren't that good.
Well, Mies can't give you that. So go away and call Squaresy.
I like him.
I'm gonna move down close to the room so I can hear better. Despite the fact that I have the.
So you're moving into the room with the torch.
Yeah, into the doorway of the room so that whatever's.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Defect and I'm go.
Immediately, Mies.
Oh, me.
Who's that? Who? What? There's more of you? No. No. No.
No.
Kill them. Kill them all. Get them.
Listen to me.
No, you're dangerous. Kill.
More of us.
We're gonna
Go we
kill you.
seek, or I shall wipe the floor with your blood.
No. You not kill Mies. Attack them. And we're gonna end there for tonight.
All
Oh
right.
no.
Oh no!
Oh.
And we will begin next week at the top of this encounter by rolling initiative.
Woohoo!
All right.
All right.
So
Poor
well
Mies.
done, everybody.
Me.
I know.
Mies is terrified, and when kobolds are terrified,
They attack.
they freak out and attack. So well done, guys. Well done, everybody. Thank you to everybody who joined us. We apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning, first time streaming. But thank you, Kochanya, Bad Bull for Hacks, Coasterboard, Dream Mephisto, Asdif02, and everybody else who followed during this crazy time. Want2_3, nobody picked this name, Poundcakes13, Frozen Mogwai, Evan Jack Fan, good job, Rob. Thank you all for joining us on our first technically difficult stream for Nuuli Forged. It is much appreciated. We're going to do a little channel raid, because why not? Just remember that thick thighs hide allies, and we hope that you join us again next week, and tell your friends about us. So we're gonna raid Wormwood, not that they need it, but because they're the only people I can think of off the top of my head. So, thanks everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. Hand there. Bye.
Peace.
I'm trademarking thick thighs hide allies.
I mean, yeah. Holy
Clearly.
crap.
Nice. I have to write that down.
The trick I had to do,
Trademark.
Yeah, for real.
trademark forever. That is now the tag for Nuuli